Yes, it's Brother Ira back at you once again. I'd like to give all praises to the Yahweh by Shem Yahushua by Shem Kakadash. Double honors to Apostle Great Millstone. Even though I'm not a GMS member, but I follow the teachings and and I give double honors to them. And I'm like to get on this topic. And this is a story that I've seen on Facebook that somebody posted it up. And hold on, here we go. Yeah, man. So this right here, somebody had. I stumbled across a post earlier today, and this kind of got me upset, kind of got me uptight. And it's about this little boy, approximately at 2 years old, was found 1 hour ago here in Rochester. Officer got a child safe at the station, but we have no idea where he stayed. No one has phoned and looked for him. Please bump this post. So now, man, so this right here looked like the works of Eve strikes again, man, at its best, man. And I like to get some scriptures on things like this happening, and this is prophesied about the so-called black woman, man. And let's go through it. Hold on. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get Bible verses. The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 3. Even the sea monsters draw out their breasts. They give suck to their young ones. The daughters of my people is become cruel, like an ostrich in the wilderness. So the Lord compared the black woman to an ostrich, man, and how they take care of their kid, because an ostrich is real cruel to their kid, to their, they little chicks, man, because what they say that the ostrich like crushes the eggs. And I don't think they do it intentionally because they just clumsy, and a lot of times they too tall, and they just be, walking around not paying attention because they clumsy birds and they just crush their eggs, man, and they killing their own kids. So the baby ostrich, a lot of them don't live long. So, they probably have, don't have a short lifespan if they lucky, you know what I'm saying? And that's just the so-called black woman, man, because she is cruel to her kids, man. She cruel to her own young. A lot of these sisters allow their kids to sell drugs, be moles, you know what I'm saying? Some of these parents will smoke with their kids, teach them bad habits, and then you wonder why when they grow up, and then you want to complain about them. But you trained them, you raised that kid to be like that. That's your fault. And we're gonna get some more scriptures on this too. Let's dive into some precepts. Let's get some precepts on that, right? And let's get the book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Moloch, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy Yahweh. I am the Lord. See, a lot of back then, in ancient times, like Jake was literally sacrificing their kids in Egypt to Moloch, man. Sacrificing them, doing all types of rituals to sell, to Baal. You know what I mean? And they was doing that back then. And now you speed up today, they doing it in another way. Because America is like spiritual Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to that right quick, and then we're gonna hit back. Let's get that Deuteronomy 28. Let's get Let's get that. Okay, yep. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwoman, and no man shall buy you. Right? So this place is spiritually Egypt. We already came out of Egypt. We walked through, right? Went through the splitting of the Red Sea, whatever. But the Lord said, we're going to go through Egypt again in ships this time, right? You know? Let's get some more of these curses, right? The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse, let's start at 53. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 53. And thou shalt eat thy fruit of thy own body, the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord thy Yahweh hath give thee in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thy enemies shall distress thee. See, that goes in the time of what, 70 AD, you know, when the Romans set up trenches around around the city of Jerusalem for, so I think, what, 10 years, you know, and then was nothing that can either come in or come out. And then, you know, Jake and these women, man, they start eating up their flesh, man. They start eating up their own kids, man, their own babies, man, because they was what? Starving. They starved them to death. They starved us out at that time, right? 70 AD, right? But then you can fast forward to this day, they doing the same thing in different ways, man, you know? And it's going to happen again in Jacob's trouble, man. When the famine come, you know, there's no more food without, a lot of these people out here going to be eating, these black women going to be eating their kids again. It's going to happen all over again in the worst way, though. But, you know, even this day, man, you know, the abortion clinic, man, you know, they sacrifice this kid to Moloch, man. To Moloch, you know what I'm saying? And when you go into that, when you know, I'm gonna go right back to this. Let's get that abortion. Let's get the history. Yep. Here we go. It said that the first record of evidence of introduced abortion is from Egyptian Eber Papyrus, 1550 BCE. See? Right? Abortion was frequently practiced in the North America during the period of the 1600s to the 1900s by many tribal societies knew how to induce abortions. All right. Oh, man. Who's that lady that Planned Parenthood shit? Margaret Singer. Here we go. Right? History of Planned Parenthood is in History of Planned Parenthood. In 1916, the idea of a Planned Parenthood began at the first birth control clinic to Brownsville, Brooklyn. Today, there are nearly 600 Planned Parenthood health centers around the country operated by 49 local affiliates. All right. Let's get Margaret Singer. Okay, the Planned Parenthood traces its roots back to the nurse named Margaret Sagner. Sagner grew up in an Irish family of 11 children in the corner of New York. Her mother is a fragile health from many pregnancies, including 7 miscarriages, died at the age of 50 of tuberculosis. Her mother's story, along with her work as a nurse on the Lower East Side of New York, inspired Sagner to travel to Europe and study birth control methods at the time when education of people about birth control was illegal in the United States. On October 16, 1916, Sagner, together with her sister Ethel Byron, an activist was it Fonea Mendel opened the country first birth control clinic in Brownsville, Brooklyn. Woman lined the block to the gate to get birth control information and advice. 9 days later, police raided the clinic and shut it down. All 3 women were charged with crimes related to shared birth control information. Sagner refused to pay the fine and spent 30 days in jail, where she educated other inmates about birth control. Although the Brownsville clinic was shut down, Sagner went on to travel the country to share her vision, a vision that had deeply harmful blind spots. Sagner believed in genetics, and inherently racist and oblivious ideology that labeled certain people unfit to have children, and genetics in the theory that society can be improved through plant breeding for desirable traits like intelligence and industriousness. In early 20th century, in genetics, ideas were popular among highly educated, privileged, and mostly white America. Margaret Sagner pronounced her belief in the alignment with a eugenics movement many times in her writings, especially the scientific journal Birth Control Reviews. All-time Sagner tried to argue for a eugenics that was not applied based on race or religion, but in society built on the belief of white supremacy. Physically and mentally fitness are aware judged based on race and genetics, therefore is inherited racist. She held belief that from the very beginning, undermining her movement is reproductive freedom and cause harm to countless of people. Right? So we got enough there. Let's go back to the scriptures, man. Say that's the devil right there, man. But you see what it all based from. We were just reading that. And, you know, it's all based off of, was it Egypt, right? Because that's what we was doing back then. So this is modern day what? Egypt again. And this is modern day Egypt. Let's get some more scriptures. In modern day Egypt. Okay. Right? So let's get it. So that man that's tender among you, very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of the children which he shall leave, so that he will not give to any of them the flesh and the children whom he shall eat, because he have nothing left, and him in the siege of his straightness, wherewith thy enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates, and that tender and delicate woman among you which would not adventure to set thy sole of her foot upon the ground, and delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil towards her husband and of her bosom, and towards her son and towards her daughter. Right? See? Her eyes. So a lot of these sisters would go down, you know, they had that, what you call it, that versus Wade shit like last year about, you know, abortion shit. It was all, you know, the so-called wicked ass black woman out there protesting about them killing their own damn seed, man. And we just read that right there with, what was it, Margaret Sagner, you know. That was really the wipe out Jake, man. But you got the so-called black woman, she don't care about her seed, man. The scripture is telling you that that's what, you know, she doesn't, right? Right? The verse 57, the book of Deuteronomy 28, verse 57, and towards her young ones that cometh out from between her feet, and towards her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things secretly in the siege and straightness wherewith thy enemy shall distress thee in thy gate. So you said, she shall eat them for want of all things secretly. So a lot of times, the black woman would get pregnant and won't tell nobody she's pregnant, not her mom, dad, not even her husband that she had the kid with, and go down to the abortion clinic and secretly get it aborted, man. When you wouldn't even know it, she don't killed your seed and she didn't tell you shit about it, man. Right? That goes back to what? Lamentations 4 and 3. Let's get it again. Lamentations. That leads us to this scripture. The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 3. Even the sea monsters draw out the breast that I give suck to their young ones, and the daughters of my people is become cruel like an ostrich in the wilderness. Let's get, The tongue of the suckling child cleave to the roof of his mouth, for thirst of young children asks for bread, and no man breaketh it unto them. See? They ain't got no man in the house to teach the kid to be a man, to raise him up properly. You know what I'm saying? Because he left because the black woman got on his nerve, or whatever. Or so some of these women would be with a man for 5 years, 2-3 years, whatever, just to have a seed by him, then break up with him so she can get child support or get social service, so she can get welfare, man. That's wicked, man. And a lot of times, they ain't got a man in the house. Their daughters grow up, and then and she be raised single parent. She allow her daughter to go out there be a whore, get kids at 15, because there's no man in the house to raise them up and be strict and make sure her daughter's getting raised up right. His daughter getting raised up right. His son getting raised up right. This is what goes on, man, in the so-called black homes. Right? Let's get some more scriptures, man. Right? The book of Leviticus, chapter 8, verse 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Moloch, neither shalt thou profane thy name of thy Yahweh. I am the Lord. See? So now we just read that when you go back to Egypt, man, sacrificing that chop kids to Moloch. That's where they say Planned Parenthood came from, abortion clinics. It goes way back to Egypt. So we in spiritual Egypt, as we read it with Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. We'll go into Egypt again in ships. So it's like, history repeats itself all over again. Now this is modern days, and the black woman's still doing the same shit what she did in Egypt, sacrificing their kids to Moloch, right? Let's get some more. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 20 through 21. Moreover, thou hast taken thy sons and thy daughters, whom hast born unto me, and these hast thou sacrificed unto them to be devoured. And this is of thy whoredoms of thy small matter, right? So when you have kids, the Lord told you your kids is born unto him, man. Those his kids, really. And we're gonna get that. Now he said that's a reward of the womb for you to have kids, for the woman to have kids, and this is what you do to them. This is how wicked our people mind have become, man. And this is destructive mindset of the black woman, man. Even some of these wicked niggas too. It ain't just on the black woman. It's men too. Some of these men ain't right because some of these niggas will stick their rod up in these sisters and get them pregnant, then leave them, and then you'll tell them like, yo, you got a kid, man, fuck that bitch. That ain't my kid. You got something that be on that time. And now you put the spirit on her. Now she hate that seed because you don't want to, because she don't like you. You ran and left her alone. Now she gonna take it out on the seed, man. And this is what you see what the sister done did. Left that baby, whatever she left that kid at, now is at the police precinct they trying to find out who this kid is. And they can't even find him. Nobody's not gonna call up there and, look for him. See? The book of 2 Kings, chapter 17, verse 17 through 18. And to cause thy sons and thy daughters to pass through the fire, and use divinations and enchantments, and sold themselves to do evil in the sight of the Lord, to provoke him to anger. Now, you know, like I said, you sacrifice your kids, right? In these days, what they do, they teaching them bad habits, man. You got some teaching their kids to sell drugs. Some of these women teaching their daughters to sell pussy, man. To be hoes, how to get money out of niggas. I don't been around that. I don't see women telling their kids, their daughters that. You know? Uh-oh, on the clock, 144. You know? I don't seen that. I don't see parents women teaching their kids how to use people. You know what I'm saying? How to rob, do schemes. Teaching them bad habits, man. Now you provoke the Lord to anger, because the Lord said he gave that kid, for you to have kids, that's a reward of the Lord. Those kids is born under him. You supposed to sacrifice your kid to the Lord, not to Esau. Right? So when the mark of the beast come, guess what? The black woman gonna go down there, she gonna get herself chipped, and she gonna get her kids chipped just to get some food in the house, man, to live in this society. Right? Because she's wicked, and she's all about prolonging Esau's kingdom. So what she gonna do? She gonna take her kid to get chipped, and she gonna get chipped. Just like some months back, when this wicked ass woman, she was in the military, her and a man, and she had got chipped, and she told the dude, she's like, yeah, I want to get the baby chip, but we're gonna wait till, I think it was he or she gonna get a little old, you know, then I'm gonna get him chipped. He said, yo, how you gonna get chipped? You ain't telling me, oh no, you know, we had to do it because the military, you know what I'm saying? That just goes to show you the black woman ain't with us, man. And she told this man, and this man weak. He said, oh yeah, we're gonna get the baby chip too when he get a little older. See what I'm saying? This scripture goes right there what she did. Verse 2 Kings chapter 17, verse 7 through 18. And they caused thy sons and thy daughters to pass through the fire, and use divination and enchantments, and sold themselves to do evil in the sight of the Lord, provoke him to anger. That mark of the beast is an enchantment. Because why? When you get it, they're going to be able to control you, manipulate you, alter, hack you, and hack your body, you know what I'm saying? They're going to possess you, they're going to own you. That's some level of enchantment right there. And when you go to Psalms 106, verse 37 through 38, yea, they sacrifice their sons and daughters unto devils. See? So when they get their kid chipped, their sons and daughters chipped when the chip get mandatory out here, you know, a lot of them took their kids and their babies to get vaccinated, man. And they gave their kid, you literally are giving your sons and daughters over to Satan, man. Which is the so-called white man, Esau Edom, man. The black woman is going to do that. That's a whole fact. Right? Let's get some more. The book of Psalms, chapter 127, the book of Psalms, chapter 127, verse 3. Lo, the children are an heritage of the Adonai, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. That's his reward. That's his gift to you, black woman, to have a kid. And this is what you do. You leave your damn kid somewhere, stranded nowhere, with marks and bruises on his face. He's at the police precinct. They don't know whose baby. They ain't nobody's car looking for him, right? More likely he's gonna end up in a foster parent, man. And these days he might end up with a wicked foster parent. See what I'm saying? Right? And whoever did that, like I said, that baby looked mad familiar to me. It looks familiar. It's like I seen that little boy before. I was like, I seen this little baby before. Right? And these wicked ass black women, the nigger woman, this is what she do. The Lord said it's a reward. He said the fruit of the womb is his reward. You know? Those are the Lord's kids. You sacrifice that kids to him, man. He gave you that kid. And that's his child. That was his sons. Those his daughters, man. He gave it to you for you to treat his gift to you. Like when somebody give you a birthday gift, well, scratch that. When somebody give you a gift, you supposed to cherish that gift somebody give you. You just don't just do whatever, let somebody else borrow somebody that gave you something. You don't give away somebody that gave you something. It's a gift. You supposed to cherish that thing. But that just go ungrateful, how the black woman is. If the black woman is ungrateful to the power, Yahweh, how you make, she's never going to be grateful. She's going to be ungrateful to our damn man. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 36 through 38. Thus saith the Outer One, Yahweh, because thy filthiness was poured out, and thy nakedness discovered through the whoredom with the lovers, and with all thy idols of thy abomination, by the blood of thy children, which thou didst give unto them. See? By the blood of the children that you gave unto the so-called white man Esau, man. When you allow your sons and daughters to be out here selling drugs, being thugs and gangsters, and whatever out here, you giving them to Esau, because what Esau going to do? He going to snatch them up. He going to put them in prison. Put them in foster homes. Right? Fuck their mind up. Even when you put them in their school systems. Fuck their mind up. That's why they all fucked up. You send them to their school system teaching your sons and daughters to be gay. They got classes like that. You put them in it, you let them go out here in this world like that, they go to the jail, get locked up, they come out be more hardened criminals, because Esau they ain't really reviving them. They're not really trying to what you call it? What's the word for it? Rehabilitate them. They're making them worse. Right? The book of Ezekiel, chapter 20, verse 23. For when ye offer your gifts, when ye make your sons to pass through the fire, you polluted yourselves with your idols. He says, so when you cause your sons to put them through the fire, when you allow them to go into the streets, to be out here, shoot them up, bang, banging out here, selling drugs to their own people, being wicked niggas, the Lord said, what? You polluted yourself to the idols. What's your idol? Money. Because a lot of times you got these women, know their kids out here selling drugs, but he helping me pay the rent. He helped me put food on the table. I got a job. I can't do it all by myself, And you got these lame ass fucking black women who allow their kids to do some dumb shit. But like I said, I know some person, ain't gonna say no names, but I don't say nothing. I just look at them like, I be saying to myself like, man, look, you ain't, I'm glad I don't got no baby. I don't got no kids. Call all by y'all shy, But damn, man. I used to tell you, I say, man, you lucky you can't be my baby mom. Nowhere, or, nowhere hell, man. Me, how I am, man, I'll probably have all my kids. If I had like 3 or 4 baby mamas, I have all my kids living with me, man. Especially if I know I don't have, especially before I came into truth, I don't have with some wicked ass sisters, man. Nigga, I wouldn't allow my kids to live with them. Hell no. Right? Let's get some more. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 18 and 10. There should not be found among you any one that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divinations, or an observer of times, or an enchantment of witch. You know what I'm saying? So you got some of these sisters, like I said before, even teach their daughters, about witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? How to keep a man. You put voodoo and roots on a man and shit, I don't dealt with women and say, yeah, my mom taught me how to do this, how to keep a man, how to put this. My mom always tell me, yeah, you need to do this and put this, burn some candles and do this and do that, or put, BLOOD in they soup or they spaghetti or whatever, all that period, whatever, all that crazy madness, man, to keep a man. I know women that they moms taught them how to do these wicked ass things, man, right? The book of, just do it again, Deuteronomy chapter 28, the book of Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 10, there should not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or observer of times, or enchantments, or a witch. Some women teach their daughters to be witches, man. Teach them about astrology. I know some actually play with the Ouija board with their kids, man, with their daughters, man. Talking about observing of times, astrology. Right? This the black woman, man. This the black queen, niggas. That's what y'all be saying. The queen, the black. We got to save the black woman, man. The black woman is a wicked woman, man. And when the Mark of the Beast come out, she will get your kids chipped. And that was the prime example of that, when that shit on TikTok, when the dude was in the military, his wife was in the military, and she got herself chipped, didn't let him know, and she said, yeah, I was going to get the baby chip too. That just goes to show you that the black woman, she's not with you, man. She's against you. That's wicked as hell, man. That was, yo, man, he should have left her ass, for real. Let's read that again. Lamentation chapter 4, verse 3. Even the sea monster draw out the breast. They give suck to their young. So even the Lord said the sea monsters have care for their young and feed the kids. But he's saying that a damn animal, which you're supposed to be superior over, have more understanding of how to raise their kids than the damn black woman should do. And you're supposed to be superior over a damn animal. Here it is. It's natural for an animal to take care of their seed, but not a black woman can't, right? But he said, but suck of their young ones. But he said, the daughters of my people become cruel like an ostrich in the wilderness. He said, the daughters of my people, man, the wilderness going to the city, man, in these ghettos, man. And we see it every day. I see it every day when I wake up. Niggas on the block hustling, killing each other, living wild. And their parents, nobody don't do nothing. Sometimes some of these parents allow their kids to sell drugs out of their house, man. And you got some of these parents, like the knucklehead black woman, left their baby out like that, man. Lord gonna judge these women, man, and these niggas. Here we go. We'll end it with this. The book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Because why? If you train him up in the ways of the Lord, he's not going to depart from it. He's not going to want to go out here and be a bad boy, be a hustler, a thug, a gangster. The little sister, the little daughter, she's not going to grow up to be a thot, to be a pop-off. She ain't gonna be out here chasing goons. She gonna want the man. She gonna want somebody that's like her father, man, a man of the Lord, man. And she gonna want to train her kids up to be in the scriptures and stuff, to be in the ways of the Lord. She gonna know how to do her man. You know what I'm saying? Cause dealing with these wicked women, man, you know, and you leave even with the brothers, man, a brother get with a wicked woman, you just leave her, and you know you don't pop this sister and got a kid with her, and you actually yourself sacrificing it to the devil, man, by leaving leaving your son and your daughter with her. Cause her vibrations all on Satan, man. And when you leave your kid with that woman, she gonna train your kids to be a straight up demon. Cause you leave, cause she's a demon herself. And the black man is supposed to be representative of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. And we're gonna train our kids to be, righteous. Even a regular Jake, 2/3 Jake got some type of level of righteousness, man. I don't seen some hood dudes that's hood. Some of them don't raise their sons like that. Some dudes I know I know personally, they were straight up street dudes, man. And their son is like their son is not like them. Cause they was in their son life. They ain't allowed they woman raise their kid up. Some of them stay with their woman and they raise their kids up. And they outstanding human beings out here, man. I'm surprised. I'm shocked. Like, damn, I know your dad. Your dad was like, man, that goes to show you. It's these women, man. You leave the women. Women's our kids too. So you leave a kid with a kid. What you think is going to happen, right? Let's get some more. I'm gonna get ready to close it, but I'm gonna get some scriptures on a wicked woman. Then we're gonna call it a day. Call it a night. Right? The book of Proverbs, chapter 30, verse 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. Right? Because some of these women out here, man, they sleep around with these dudes. They sleeping out with demonic brothers, man. And then they have cursed seeds, man. And their seeds be wicked. And they grow up to be polluted sometimes, man. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 19. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious, and angry woman. So Lord says it's better to dwell in the wilderness. Sometimes you may need your space, man, because these women are wicked, man. Sometimes you got to avoid them, man. You don't even want to have, some of these dudes, I don't see how you want to have kids with these wicked ass women, man. And you get these wicked ass kids, you have kids with this wicked woman, man. Like I said, when you leave her and then you leave your kids with her, sometimes Esau said, sometimes you got brothers that want to get their kids, man. But then, Esau, he know what he's doing. He purposely give the kids to the woman, man, because he know what's going to happen. That's done by design, right? It's another precept I was thinking too. I want to get. Oh man. Oh yeah. Yep. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 5, verse 8. There shall be confusion and also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again. In the wilderness beasts shall change their places, and mistress women shall bring forth monsters. Okay, see? Filthy, bloody women is going to bring forth monsters. Like I said, goes back to when that goes into the so-called black man, which is the Israelite man, Jake, is not in the house to raise that son or that daughter, man. So you got this wicked, demonic woman that raising these kids. She's going to design those kids to be wicked too, because she's a demon. And then this is what you spawn: street niggas. These thugs and gangsters, little wannabe thugs out here that go out here shooting, not have no type of self-control. They out here feminine, weak in the spirit. When you say something to them, they ready to fight you because you look at them. They want to shoot because they feminine, they soft, man. I know y'all heard this before, but I'm reiterating again because that's just how it is. You know, I live around it. And a lot of these little dudes they real weak, man. You can't say nothing to them, they ready to pop off on you. Because they've been raised by a woman. So that's why a lot of these wicked niggas, man, you know. And that's why the scripture says you should not give your son unto Satan, man. Because when you do that, you're giving him right to the white man himself to deal with him. And what he gonna do? He gonna shoot him down, lock him up. Right? Let's get some more. I think that's about it. And I close it out. Give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah by Hashem Rakakwadash. All praise to the Heavenly Father Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, and a double honors to Apostle Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elder brothers, that's out here teaching this truth and sincerity and truth. And I like to say Shalom.